Yeah. Just started the stay-at-home gig. Stay-at-home dad gig, I may say. I know what y'all thinking. Y'all probably thinking, he's so lucky. He has the most rewarding job in the world. Yeah, if you like 24 years a slave. And I did say 24, but that's how long it takes to get the little millions out your pocket. It ain't like, when I was coming up, I'm from the South, I ain't even talking about your parents, we're talking about grown-ups in general. They told you anything that was it. You ain't say nothing. Kids are to be seen and not heard. Shut your mouth. These days, kids, you have to, they negotiate and question everything you tell them. I know y'all don't see that viral video going around about the little boy, Mateo. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. He be like, Linda, honey, listen. First of all, I cringe when he called her first name. Here you go. White people don't call him DSS now. Jokes. And second, I was like, he called her first name. Second, I'm like, oh my God, we never got to negotiate with this little. The only thing, well, yes we did. I take that back, yes we did. They let us pick out our own switch. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell you. No, that's not big enough. Go back again. Yeah, it is. But let you know that times are changing, man. Getting a little bit older, Just celebrated my 39th birthday. I love y'all. Now, I didn't say 39, that's true. Just so y'all know, I am selling vials of my bath water, some cocoa butter after the show if you're interested. Show y'all to get this. Y'all funny. But times are really changing though. And I think the older you get, you start realizing, you just start noticing things. I've noticed that as I'm getting older, I have two fears. I'm afraid of getting old, and I'm afraid of losing my hair. And I'm gonna tell you how I came to that premise. First of all, this is a public service announcement for all my men in the office, all my homeboys, all my fellas. If you still going by a nickname, when somebody call you a nickname, you have to explain. It's time to let it go. His name's Slim, right? We've been friends about 7 years now. Mind you, Slim, he about 475, 500. Now, we were at the mall the other day, we ran into a former co-worker of mine. And, after I introduced Slim to her, we, exchanged pleasantries. I think I said that right. But, he went to the food court to take care, get him something to eat. I know what y'all thinking. She looked at me with this bewildered look like, why y'all calling him Slim? I leaned in, I said, Slim wears size 7.5 shoes. That's why we call him Slim. Don't say no, he's very self-conscious about that. And true story, this is my auntie, man, I love my aunt. I love my aunt. Beautiful woman, Christian lady. Been married to my uncle about 30 years now. She has 4 children, 4 baby daddies. And her nickname is Coochie. And for the life of me, I said, Coochie. I was still trying to figure out, what's that all about? She never explained it, but she always just says, God did say come as you are. So we just left it at that. Then there's this thing about losing my hair, man. My daughter, man, I love her. God knows I do. That's the one I was telling you about my stay-at-home dad gig I got. We was having a little serious conversation the other day, and she looked at me with this straight face and said, Dad, from down here you look bald. I'm like, what? I wanted to snatch a turkey out of the nigga. But I'm gonna tell you, the rest of the day I was walking around the house like this all day. Getting down like I was at a yoga center, like, namaste. Like, can you see the line? Can you see my line? And I know y'all want it, and I'm telling you, even going to my barbershop every week, that's nothing that got me so self-conscious about losing my hair. And I'm gonna tell y'all, ladies, I'm gonna let y'all in a secret now. Men will go to the end of the earth to try to keep that little bit that we got. I'm serious. No lie. There's more hair paint in barbershops than there are in auto body shops. I'm serious. Y'all need to take like go on like a Sunday or a weekend excursion. Just check it out for yourself. I'm serious. You'll be amazed at what goes on in these barbershops. Like I go into the barbershop every week and I get confused. I walk in, I'm like, am I here to get a haircut or to fix that right quarter panel on my car? That's how much paint. Let me give y'all a vision. Some of these fellas be getting out these barber chairs looking like black Ken dolls. Have them painted on. You got to see it. Now white people do it too now. You ever see the person that have a little spray? Same deal. I think my brothers get out the chair like, I'm looking for the wet pink sound on his back like. I know he's sleeping on his hands tonight. Oh my God. But yes, that's kind of what got me. So, like again, public service announcement. So this is something, you know somebody I just described. I know we all know somebody. If you think hard enough, it's best that you tell them to love and not a stranger like me. So rule number 1. If you know somebody that go to that bar and this is not a need but a requirement. If they want their barber to sit in that chair and it requires their barber to use a 3x5 index card and a can of spray paint to line them up, you might want to tell them it's time to let it go. Rule number 2. If you go into that barber shop and his barber spends the majority of his time cutting around the perimeter of his head and not the top, you might want to get in that slow tap and tell them, save your money. It's time to let it go. And lastly, as I'm getting out of here, this is key, ladies, especially pay attention now. That final thing. If that man you know, it could be your father, your cousin, your uncle, whoever, goes to that barber, this is key now. And your barber can use the #1 guard on his chest hair and not his head, it's time to let it go. You guys get ready. That's my time with Mike Nelson.
Give it up for Mike Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Nelson. Only got a couple left, ladies and gentlemen. Only got a couple left. Your next comedian comes to the stage. This graduate professor has been teaching for over 30 years, and that's a long lecture. Let's hear it for